Hey everyone, I hope all's well with you. In this video, I'm going to talk about Sowilo and my practice. Just as a reminder, for the first it's the focus is really about building the body's energy and balancing it and learning to work with it, grounding it, enjoying it. This the first four runes of the second to me is all about self cultivation and building those traits or those qualities that we seek that are empowering and that invite more energy in our life. Working with IWAS, my focus is on trance work because that's important for working with the later exercises. In Paratho, I really focus on the different aspects of the self and connecting with it and learning about them and seeking to harmonize the different aspects of myself. And then with Algiz, one of the practices I do is working with spirits. So working with the land spirits, connecting with ancestors, calling upon the gods, connecting with the animals and plants and fungi and all the things that are on our land. And yeah, so up until this point, we've worked with the physical energies, the psychological energies, the different aspects of ourself, and with spiritual energies. And so now in Sowilo, it's all about bringing all that energy and channeling it up our upper spine, upper center of our being, so that the energy is just flowing in and out, up and down. And then refining that energy and channeling into Tiwaz and the Tiwaz ritual that I talk about in the video. Um, yeah, so the movement, and of course with all the rune movements, while some of them include the arms and legs, for the most part the focus is always on the spine, right? These different movements that we do, um, create flexibility, strengthening the spine, as long as we're not pushing ourselves and hurting ourselves. Of course, that's something that we talk about, or I talk about in Faye, the very first rune. So of course, like the movement with Sowilo, it could be kind of a serpentine, or kind of like the like a lightning bolt with that sense, or that where it could be sharp angled with the spine, right? For myself, I just like to do the kind of a serpentine movement, right? And so this is just again doing all the different runic movements, help to awaken the spine, help create flexibility, strengthen it, so because for the point of like we're going to be channeling more and more energies up through our being, and so of course we're wanting our spine to be as fluid and balanced and flexible and having some integrity, so that when we increase the energy flow, it's not damaging things. So that's the movement, and then the the visualization I do, it comes from the Kundalini traditions, is just visualizing and feeling. So we're channeling all the energy with our consciousness, with our breath. We're directing all that energy, everything that we pulled in from the physical body, the psychological, and the spiritual. Like we're bringing all that and channeling it up through the center of our being, right? And of course, the spine is the pathway of energy flowing. And then as you get it flowing and you feel like it's just flowing, you don't feel this tension, you don't feel it bumping into things. It's just clear and flowing, right? So everything is nice and smooth, and now bring it into like a tube within that space. So now you're channeling it into a smaller refined tube of energy, and again you get it flowing. You work with the breath, you direct your consciousness and your awareness down at your lumbar area and down into your sacrum, and down into the perineum, and you feel it flowing up through you, breathing with the breath, and then again coming down, right, in and out, no resistance. And then now refine your focus even further, so that there's basically a third channel, a third tube, a tube within a tube, and you just feel it like a fine thread of silk flowing that energy up and down, right, up and down. And often in my case, when I've reached that point or even before, it's kind of like I'm just fully just with the energy. And the sense of body and self and all that stuff doesn't exist in that meditative space. And so now with that energy, right, that's the Sowilo practice, is bringing all the energy um, and awakening it, fully awakening the body's energy, so that now as you move into the third area, as we move into the third area and work with Tiwas, all that energy is directed towards whatever it is that we're doing the Tiwas ritual with. Anyhow, wish you well, be well and be blessed.
Odin, Thor, Freyr, Freya, Sif, Frigga.